Okay, so I'm here with Paul for Santa Monica Nissan. He's our L.E.A.F specialist. He's also one of the leading guys in electric vehicles, things like that. So we're just going to take a little trip in the L.E.A.F as we have a demo today. That's the L.E.A.F. Seats 5 full-size adults very comfortably. I'll show you the inside of the car in a little while. Zero emissions vehicle. That means there is no tailpipe. 100% electric car. We're at a charging station in Santa Monica.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of free charge stations like this, so they'll be available. In the future, there'll be thousands of them all over the place. And so all you have to do is pull up, plug in, and then charge your car while you're going about getting your coffee or doing your grocery shopping, anything like that.
One thing I liked about the vehicle is that with electric energy, you have 100% torque, which is what gets you off the line. So we're just going to put our foot on the brake, tap to start. And then we're going to go over here, touch the screen. This is where we get our navigation. We go to our main menu. We're going to show nearby charging stations. Okay, and then I want to go to the map. The map will show that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I go to map. So to drive, we're going to pull over and back.
Mm-hmm.
Now the car's in drive. Now one thing I want to point out is how quiet the vehicle is, especially on acceleration. There is no sound to this vehicle, so they actually had to give it some sound. Very quiet cockpit, very smooth ride, and from a standing point, I want to show the acceleration real quick, Paul. This is what a lot of people want to know about besides charging stations. So effortlessly and very quietly, you're up to speed. As they come up with more body styles and stuff like that, because a lot of people my age are thinking, well, I don't necessarily like that style of car. But for what it does, for the price, I mean, this get down into the low 20s after all the rebates and everything. For a brand new car that's completely electric, there's no emissions, there are no anything that's going to hurt the environment, and there's very little maintenance on these vehicles.
That's true.
That the electric energy is transferred directly to the axles, correct?
That's correct. It's extremely efficient.
Extremely efficient. So this is the wave of the future that Nissan is kind of leading the charge. I'm sure at some point Nissan will come up with vehicles like this with different body styles to at least market to different demographics.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the next one they've got in line is an Infiniti, and then after that a sports car, so a Nissan sports car.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what it's like. I already like this. I want to show driving range. And as I zoom in here, it shows the city, it shows all the charging stations there. If I zoom in one more time, they get a real view of a real-time view of where the charging stations are, and that infrastructure changes every day, correct?
Well, as they add new ones in, absolutely.
As they add new ones in, those stations will be everywhere.
Also, let's show a little bit about the power usage, because this is very important.
Definitely.
So energy info right here.
Okay.
And you can see now you're braking, so you're actually
right now
you're generating power going back into the batteries. And then watch this dial as we
accelerate.
Take off. So now you're showing energy being used. And you also see energy being used at the climate control. See the number of miles it shows remaining, 83?
Right.
Now watch what happens when I turn the air conditioner off. So if you're stuck somewhere and it's a hot day and you've got the air conditioner on and you need to extend range a little bit, turn off the air conditioner. Now it's showing 95 miles of range.
Right, because that energy is no longer being used.
Exactly, exactly. So it gives you a real-time view of what you've got left, and gives you a lot of peace of mind, because the car will go a long way if you really drive it in eco mode. Now here's another thing, eco mode.
Right.
So take this dial and just pretend like you're putting it in drive again. You can do it on the fly. So see, it just turned into eco mode over there.
I felt it actually kind of
stronger regen.
Right.
And now watch what happens when you go to take off from a stop, and what it feels like. Now in the video you can't see anything, but
I read about it. It takes a little bit longer. It's about the distance of the pedal before it really aggressively starts to take off,
Yep.
they've changed the distance now. So you have to push harder for it to get the same as it used to be. But what that does is allow you to drive a little more efficiently.
Absolutely,
and save your power.
And look what it did to your
mileage,
miles,
right.
back up to 105 showing now.
Right.
Now, if you drive in eco mode all the time, you'll get really good efficiency. You know, you'll be able to drive this car a long way, over 100 miles every time.
The main concern, and if people think about how long it takes for them to drive 100 miles on a tank, or on however many tanks of gas it takes them to do it in the cars they own now, the main concern was range anxiety, right?
Right.
How far can I go? I don't want to get stuck without a charging station, anything like that. The fact that it will show you and haze out the distance of where the nearest charging stations are, and it will show you that, and that infrastructure is growing day by day.
Oh yeah.
And so that will alleviate that range anxiety. Plus, the car comes with a tow package, correct?
That's right.
So if you are stuck anywhere, they will come out and get you and take you to the nearest charging station or to home if it's close enough.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, I appreciate your time, Paul, and thanks for letting me drive it.
You're very welcome. And I do want to mention one other important thing. We have 3 levels of charging with this car. Level 1 is a regular 120 volt outlet, which is slow charging, but it's, you know, they're ubiquitous. You find chargers everywhere because there's over 1 billion plugs in the country.
Right.
Level 2 is 240 volt, and it's slightly faster. Here we are pulling up to the charger. But level 3 charging, it's also known as DC quick charge. That'll charge the car full in about half an hour. Yeah, watch the reverse.
You get the backup camera here.
And maybe you can hear real softly the beeper, just to let people.
Okay.
There we go.
So I push this in to park.
Push that into park.
And I'm in park.
And
I'll just tap the start, which is also the stop, and we're good to go.
We're good to go.
Yeah, let's show them how to plug it in.
Okay, we're going to go plug the car in so you can see how easy it is. You'll never go to a gas station again. So open the door. We forgot to pull the lever. So the lever right down there below. Boom, there you go. And just pull that open. Just all the way up. There you go. And then just flip that little lever. Well, that's for the DC quick charge.
DC quick charge.
And this is for the level 1 and level 2.
And level 2 charge takes approximately 30 minutes, correct?
No, level 2 would take about 7 or 8 hours depending on how much you need. There you
So
go.
what you would do here at a station at the dealership would be a level
2.
Level 2?
Yeah. So now,
just
now
like
it's
that.
charging.
The lights on the top. All 3 would stay lit when it's fully charged, correct?
That's right, yeah. So we're almost full, but so it's right in
You
the
can kind of
last
top it
bit.
off whenever you like. It doesn't do any harm.
That's right. It'll automatically stop when it's full.
Okay. And then the vehicle will also text your phone to show you that the charge is complete. A lot of other fun features for right now. I'm not going to take up any more of Paul's time. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. That's the L.E.A.F.